can you tell me a wee bit about yourself? What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
I am Joanne. I am from Bradford in West Yorkshire, and I'm going to say I'm a fibro coach.
A fibro coach.
I am,
Fabulous. Yeah. We'll get into that, and we'll definitely get into that in a wee minute.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a wee bit about you and your situation with your body, weight loss, your kind of illnesses? Where were you when you started working with us? Please give us a bit of a rundown.
So when I started working with you, I was in full-on panic mode, and I actually said that to Emma when I spoke to her on the phone. She sort of asked why I'd got in touch, and I just said because I'm panicking, I'm scared, I just feel completely lost. It didn't matter what I did, I could not lose weight. It didn't matter what I did. I've got fibromyalgia, and I'm on medication that can stop you losing weight, and it can make you put weight on. And I was just desperate, absolutely desperate. I've been probably most of my life, I've always seen myself as being overweight and being fat, really, and I didn't want to feel like that anymore. And I tried loads of stuff. I tried Slimming World, I tried Atkins. I lost a load of weight on Atkins, put it all back on. Everything I've ever done, I've always put the weight back on afterwards and more, you know, and especially with having fibro and going through periods of sort of immobility, I just piled it on. So I piled on loads. And
you had developed a particularly unhealthy eating habit through all of this, hadn't you?
Yeah,
you were quite bad for when you started working with us. What was that?
Binge eating chocolate. I'm terrible with it. Well, I was terrible with it. Yeah. So I could get like a packet of biscuits, not just a packet of biscuits, but I'd put chocolate spread on top of them, and I'd eat them.
The whole packet.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'd find something else to eat as well. And it would just, it was that thing of, I just want to feel better. And even though I suppose you think to yourself, when you eat, it don't make you feel better, but I suppose you're filling a void, you're filling whatever void you've got in you. So I would just shoving stuff in my mouth to fill the void, basically. But yeah, horrific. I could do, I mean, well, you saw some of my binges at start, and I could do 5,000 calories, and that'd be in half an hour. You know, it wasn't over a day. It was a literal, I'd inhale the stuff and then I'd feel bad about it afterwards.
And then you would feel physically rubbish and really, really let down by yourself. And at the time, there wasn't really any awareness of what brought it about, like what the triggers were. So that was one of the big things you've worked on, wasn't it? Like the triggers and putting strategies in place.
Yeah.
So you came to us, you were really struggling with fibro, not aware what sort of exercises you could do. Sometimes you would have to just take to bed for days at a time, and you literally could not get out of bed. And what have you achieved since joining us?
So I think the biggest thing is regardless of like weight and inches and all that, is to trust myself and to trust when I need to not do things, and that all or nothing stuff, because I'm a big all or nothing. So when I were, yeah. Sorry. When you start a diet, it's like you go all in, don't you? So, and that doesn't help. It has to be like balanced, because going all in and thinking, right, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and you get by on it for about a week, and then especially with fibro, and then you just knackered and you can't do all else. So that were a big thing, trusting myself, believing in myself. It's a massive one as well. I've begun sort of believing in myself and realizing that, you know, I can do things. It's, fibro doesn't mean the end of the world. It's like a new beginning, a new chapter that I can work on. So that's my biggest one.
What have you done in that respect?
I started a group, a fibro coaching group, and it's only been going about 3 months, and I've got about 271 people in there. So I'm well chuffed with that.
It's very active as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do like live videos and stuff like that. So I've got confidence in that, because we're at a point where, when you go to hairdressers and you see yourself in the mirror, I hated it. I hated seeing myself in the mirror. And now I'm doing lives and I can see myself on camera, and it's not bothering me. It don't bother me at all. In fact, I think I look quite good.
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
you're coaching now as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
You've designed
yeah.
a program and you're delivering it, and you're getting amazing feedback, aren't you?
Yeah, designed a program, started a pilot for it, and I'm in week 2 of that. So going into the week 3 next week. And
that was a goal that you wanted to have a business plan finished within the first year, and here you are 6 months later actually doing it, living it. Amazing. What have you done kind of size and weight wise and whatnot?
I've gone down. I've just said I'm out. I've gone down 2 dress sizes. I think when I first started, I was probably wearing clothes that didn't fit me, which we have discovered. So I've gone down 2 dress sizes, and I wore my gold jeans on Saturday. I don't normally wear jeans. I wear leggings. I've worn leggings for years. And I went out to town with my son, took my son to town in my gold jeans. So that was good. Weight wise, I think, did you say
18 pounds?
18 pounds.
18 pounds is 30 inches in total.
30 inches. It's
including
mental,
6 off your waist, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What have you enjoyed the most in your time with us, Joanne?
I've enjoyed my coaching calls with you, Clara, obviously.
Oh.
It's always been nice. I've always looked forward to them. I've enjoyed the group, the support that you get in the group, and the friendships that you make in the group. I posted the other day that, some of my favourite people in the world are people that I've never met, and I've only ever met on internet, and you're one of them. Groupies, Emery's. It's lovely. It's like a little family. Everyone looks out for each other. Everyone supports each other, and I think I've really enjoyed that, and just learning about myself as well, and learning that I can push myself, and when to sort of step back. So like we were saying, when I couldn't exercise, I worked on my business plan.
Yep.
So I were always doing something.
You built an office in your garden, didn't you?
Yeah.
So we've never kind of shied away from the fact that our coaching is, I don't want to use the word expensive, but it's certainly not inexpensive. It's an investment if you want to work with us. And we've spoke about it several times. Having made the investment and came through the other side, what would you say to anyone who is thinking of working with us?
I'd say do it in a breath. I am not financially well off in any way, shape or form. It were a massive, like I said at the beginning at course, the course cost, it cost double what my car cost. I've got a little old banger, but so for me it was just a massive investment. I'm so glad I did it. I would
big leap of faith in yourself though, like that you could, I know it's a course, but in you that you could do it. Look at what you've done in such a short amount of time.
Well, that's it, isn't it? What I needed to invest that money in myself, or I would have never have done it. If something is cheap, it's not going to get you anywhere. You need to invest. And I think that mainly that's probably what gave me the bump, because it was like, you deserve this. You deserve to spend this money on yourself. You would spend this money on something else. So spend it on yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm so glad I did it, and I would just encourage anybody to do the same. Honestly, it is the best thing you'll ever do.
I'm so glad you did it too. I really loved working with you, Joanne. I can't wait to, I mean, I'm in your fibro group, so I can't wait to follow along and see everything you do in the future. You're going to do amazing things.
I'm going to miss you, Clara.
Oh, don't. You're going to pierce this stone cold heart. I'm going to miss you too.